False Light: How to Escape Spiritual Deception and Find the Real Flame by Laing Z. Matthews. You weren't weak, you were radiant, and they used that against you. In a world where spiritual longing is rising, so too is a darker force. The hijacking of that longing by gurus, influencers, and systems that promise light, but bind you in devotion, dependence, and doubt. False Light is a guide for those who gave their hearts to the sacred and were met with spiritual control, psychological gaslighting, or subtle soul theft disguised as healing. This is not just a book. It's a flame carried back from the far side of disillusionment, written for seekers, sensitives, mystics, and anyone who's ever found themselves entranced, exhausted, or spiritually manipulated. False Light maps the exact mechanisms of modern spiritual abuse, and more importantly, how to break free. With raw clarity and luminous prose, Laing Z. Matthews exposes how false light seduces. Through charisma, sacred-sounding language, emotional highs, isolation masked as vibration, and promises of awakening that slowly erase your own knowing. It explores why the most gifted, trauma-scarred, or visionary among us are the easiest to lure, and how to recover your power without rejecting the sacred entirely. Inside these pages, you'll discover how spiritual predators read your soul before you speak, why the first miracle is real, and still part of the trap, the dangers of buzzword layering, weaponized mantras, and high-frequency addiction, how false communities isolate you by redefining love as obedience, what happens when God talk gaslights your body's truth, why emotional overwhelm is engineered, not divine, how the sacred wound becomes a leash in the wrong hands, practices for discernment, energetic sealing, and spiritual sovereignty. The subtle difference between real teachers and radiant performers, how to reclaim your flame without burning down your faith. This book is not cynical. It is sacred. False Light doesn't ask you to give up on God, truth, or your path. It asks you to see clearly what is real and what is merely glowing. It honors the mystical hunger that made you vulnerable while arming you with the tools to never be deceived again. You will find yourself in these pages, your story, your ache, your moment of surrender that turned into servitude. But you will also find your return. This is the book for the one who almost gave up, not because they were wrong to seek the light, but because no one told them the flame could be faked. For the seeker who left the ashram in shame, the devotee who wondered why the light felt like chains, the sensitive who doubted their pain, the mystic who mistook silence for presence, this book is your clarity. Come home to the fire that never manipulated you. Come back to the light that cannot be sold.